I'd like to begin a new series about astral projection. Now, I have done episodes in the past about techniques and suggestions on how to do astral projection. But what I wanted to do in this series was I wanted to start at the very beginning, and I wanted to take you from the vibrational state to the separation and being out of your body, and also offer you suggestions on what to do out there to make the experience more interesting and more exciting and more fulfilling. But today, I wanted to kind of give you some insight into my process. Now, because this is my process, it works for me, and I don't know that this will work for you as well. What I'm hoping is that you can take what you need from this, and hopefully that will assist you on achieving an out-of-body experience. So I also want to say before I begin that I honestly don't believe in some really kind of quick way to being able to leave your body. I believe that it can be hard work. It is going to come quickly to some, but to others it's going to take time. But if you truly want to achieve something, in my opinion, then you are willing to do what it takes. You're willing to work hard. And it's so much more satisfying when we work hard towards a goal and we achieve it eventually. So that's really, truly what I think. So let's start from the beginning. And I believe that it all begins with the intent to leave your body. Now, on the surface, intent sounds fairly simple and straightforward. You simply, in your mind, have the intent to leave your body, whether it be tonight or tomorrow or next week. You have that intent. However, there's this thing called fear, and fear has a tendency to be a barrier against us achieving astral projection. Now, I have said in the past, and I do truly believe this, that fear is not the enemy. Ignorance is the enemy. And misplaced fear is ignorance. And honestly, you have absolutely nothing to be afraid of in the astral plane. Always know that you are protected and you are in control. I know it doesn't seem like that. I know many of you have read stories in the internet and all kinds of other things, but I can tell you as someone who has had a lot of experience doing this, that you are in control at all times, even if you don't always realize it. It is your experience. You know, with all this, it is important to be patient with yourself, especially with the fear part, because that can take time to get over. But again, if you want to achieve this, you will do what it takes. You will take the time that it takes to be able to do it properly. So, intent, that's where we begin. And we want to get through that first barrier of being afraid. The next thing is to find a quiet place and find quiet time. That means turning off your phone. That means taking away all distractions that can take you away from doing this. Now, with me and my experiences, of course, in some previous experiences, I've talked with you about how a phone call has taken me out of something I've been doing, or I've heard a noise, and that can completely take you out of the experience. So it is important that you find that quiet time to be able to do this. And once you get that quiet time, then you can go on to relaxation, really truly learning to relax. And that means meditation, learning to meditate. This is one of the most important skills that you can acquire in astral projection. It really is, and it can help speed up your process. So meditation is so very, very, very important. And after meditation, of course, people talk about being able to visualize something. Now, I've heard of this thing, visualization, the rope technique, for instance. I've heard of this, and I'm sure that there are other techniques that are out there. I have to be honest with you, I've never done any of these things in order to achieve astral projection. I've never done a rope technique or any other type of necessarily visual technique. But if it works for you, that's wonderful. And what I recommend is that you find something that works for you. Again, each person will have their own unique process. Each person will go on their own unique journey to be able to achieve astral projection, because it is within all of us, but we are all different. So we're going to go through our own path. We're going to go on our own path to be able to do this. So visualization, find something that works for you, that gives you that sense that you are leaving your body. For me, again, I don't go through that. I don't visualize things. I simply, in my mind, have the intent to leave my body, and I just let things take their course from there. So once you have gotten into your quiet space, you have meditated, and you have visualization down, eventually you will begin to feel those vibrations. Now, again, it will take different people a different amount of time to be able to achieve this. But once you do begin to feel the vibrations coming on, it is essential and so very important that you relax even more at that point, that you begin to let go. Now, I have heard stories from people who say they get to the vibrational stage, and for whatever reason, they start to freak out, and they have all these thoughts in their mind about, whatever. They begin to panic many, many times. It is important that once you have reached this stage, and by the way, when you've reached this stage, this is a huge stage to reach, because a lot of people don't end up getting there. A lot of people don't end up getting to that point. So once you've achieved it, what you really want to do is you really want to start to let go. You really want to start to relax and let things take their course. Kind of the way I think about this in a very simple way is get out of your own way. Stop thinking all these different thoughts and going over it in your head and, oh my gosh, this is happening and what's going to happen. Just let go. Know that you are always in control and that you are always protected, that your guides are there to assist you if you need it. Let go. And believe me, once you do that, I believe that you will begin to feel that separation. And as that separation starts, again, always important to maintain that relaxation, to maintain that confidence that you're okay, that you're going to do this, that you are safe, and that you're going to be perfectly, perfectly fine with all of this. So this is the beginning. And in my next episode in this series, I'd like to talk about what happens once you're out of your body and some suggestions on things to do to make your experience interesting, exciting and fulfilling. So, anyway, thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. And until next time, take care.